Dan drove up to the gate. A guard approached his car.
Can I help you, sir?
I believe the owner is expecting me. My name is Dan. I'm from Congress.
Of course.
The guard opened the gate for Dan to drive through. Dan got out of his car and knocked on the front door.
Mrs. McLeod, my name is Dan. I am a friend of your husband.
I know. It's good to see you. Please come in. Do you want a coffee or anything?
No, I'm fine. I noticed the mob isn't outside anymore.
Well, once they found out that Jimmy wasn't living here anymore, they scattered away. That doesn't mean I don't get harassed still. Just because I'm only the wife of the world's most evil man doesn't mean I should get a free pass, I guess.
Jimmy was never those things that they say he is. You need to know that. He just pissed the wrong people off.
That's Jimmy, pissing the wrong people off no matter how many warnings he gets. Jimmy has the successful man's curse. Do you know what that curse is? The thing that made Jimmy so successful was his focus, his determination to get what he wants, no matter the consequences. The problem is that Jimmy was so determined to ruffle the feathers of the elite that he forgot that he had other people in his life. I suffer too because of his bullshit. I sit here in this house all alone out of fear that I might get attacked by some civilian who thinks my husband is the reason they are poor, or that the government might come over here and shake me down for information on him. All I do is sit in this house alone by myself. My kids are sent away to boarding school just so he doesn't have to deal with all this mess.
I'm sorry, Mrs. McLeod.
You know what I am, Dan? I am nothing more than an example for the other people who aspire to be heroic. If they go against the machine and lose well, they can handle it. But it's not just you who loses, it's your family too.
Listen, if Jimmy knew what you were going through, I'm sure he would deeply regret it. He loves you. Everybody's weakness is what they desire most.
Jimmy doesn't desire me. His desires are everything but me. That's why it's so easy for him to leave me as a sacrifice for his own ambition.
Well, if you need anything, just let me know. I can get you extra security, or even if you want to talk to someone. Me and my wife's home is always welcome.
Thanks, but I don't think that is necessary.
To be honest, Mrs. McLeod, the reason I came here is to get in contact with your husband.
I don't have his information.
At all?
When Jimmy left, he left for good. He knew that the government wasn't done with him, so they used me to find information to get him. But if he doesn't contact me, then there is no reason for them to talk to me.
Where is he?
Mauritania.
What, how, why?
Yeah, I'm not even joking.
What the hell is he doing in Mauritania?
He paid off the leader of the country for complete control. I'm sorry, but the only way you can get in contact with him is to go to Mauritania.
Petey was a drug addict?
Yeah, he OD'd.
How do you know he was an addict? It could have just been a one-time thing.
Look at his wrists. There are so many needle holes there, it looks like he's got chickenpox.
Okay, well, it's not that big of a deal.
Not that big of a deal?
You're acting like he's Genghis Khan. I mean, dude, it's Petey. It's not that much of a loss.
It's not the loss that concerns me, it's the drugs.
So what? He OD'd, who gives a shit?
If he was doing drugs, it means that he got it from somewhere. Someone who might know where we live now because his customers are members of our group. Not to mention that we are going up against the United States. Who would you bet on to win? The most powerful entity in the world or a group of drug addicts?
Well, what the fuck you want to do? Call the DEA and investigate the area?
Josh, you were giving this big speech about how much you care about this group, and now you're acting all nonchalant about one of our members dying.
Hey, don't question my loyalty, motherfucker. Remember, I recruited you. Your input doesn't matter as much as you think it does.
I'm the goddamn scapegoat for the murder of a politician that we all played a part in. I think I deserve to have my input be taken seriously.
Enough! We can't keep fighting. We'll take the body away and bury it somewhere. That should be our main focus.
Alex walked away from Josh. He was too worked up. He was being hunted by the government, and his friend just died. The stress was starting to get to him. Alex saw Ava once again sitting by herself. He walked up and sat beside her.
I'm sorry for your loss. I know Petey was like a brother to you.
He was a great man. I've known him for most of my life. We cannot let his death go to waste, Alex. We have to do whatever we can to make sure Petey didn't die for nothing, just like everyone else who have sacrificed themselves.
I don't think Petey sacrificed himself. I think he was just a drug addict.
Doesn't matter. He died being a part of this group.
Ava rested her head on Alex's shoulder.
We have to win, Alex. We just have to.
Jimmy entered the estate of the warlord Kahim. There were guards everywhere, all fully armed, as well as armored vehicles and advanced machinery. It was an army.
Do they know we're coming?
Of course.
Jimmy and Mariam pulled up in front of the palace where the warlord resided. They were escorted through the entrance and up the staircase. One of the guards knocked on the door.
Come in.
Jimmy and Mariam entered the room. Kahim was sitting with his feet on his desk, smoking a cigar while holding a golden AK-47. The weapon wasn't the only piece of gold he had on him. Gold necklace, golden rings, sunglasses with gold trimming. He even had a golden tooth. Jimmy couldn't tell if Kahim's nonchalant attitude was a message toward Jimmy that he is not a man that he fears, or if this is how he always acts. Either way, Kahim portrayed a man who was used to being the most powerful in a room.
Sit, please. So, you are Mr. Jimmy McLeod,
Correct.
and you are.
Mariam,
And what is your relation?
we are associates. We work together to help the country prosper.
And it has come to my attention that you want to negotiate with me in regards to the mines.
Yes,
What do you want?
Well, as you know, I am not from here. I am an American. I am worth a lot of money, and I decided to come to Mauritania to help build the country and make it a prosperous place to live using unconventional methods that I think will work. In order for me to help develop the country, I would need some of the raw materials that are being extracted from your mines.
And what benefit do I get from this deal?
I am aware that you are selling these raw materials directly to other countries, particularly the ones from the West. This is a very sweet deal for you. You get 100% of the profits that these countries pay you, and you get to keep all of it because you have slaves to extract it for you.
These aren't slaves, Mr. Jimmy McLeod. They get paid.
They don't get paid enough to not be slaves.
I'm confused, Mr. Jimmy McLeod. Did you come all this way to my place just to ridicule me?
Jimmy was noticing Kahim's guards were moving closer towards him and Miriam.
No, of course not. I know you're a serious man and you do not want to have your time wasted. I know this because that's how I make my money in America. I valued my time only to those things that made it worth valuable. And I believe what I have to offer is valuable to you. With my offering, you'll be making more money than what these countries are currently paying you. I'm about to invest in building refineries, smelters, factories, and so on in this country that will turn these raw materials into valuable products and materials. This will get more countries in Europe, Middle East, and Asia to trade with us. For example, Europe spends 390 billion euros a year on travel expenses for trade. With that out the way, it will give them more incentive to buy materials from us. Taking in the amount of money the country makes from selling just the raw materials, we could potentially double that money with these refined products. You can raise the prices of the raw materials without paying the costs of transporting the materials. Not to mention that once we train the people, they will start their own business and specialize in a form of creating certain materials, putting more money back into the economy and more customers for you. I have my connections all throughout the world. They'll help build and train the workers here how to build.
Sounds to me that the government is the one that will be making all the money with the refineries.
The government will not own any of the refineries. I wrote the constitution for the country that assures it.
So who will own the refinery then?
I will. Technically, I am not a member of the Mauritania government, and I will have it in writing that the workers will be paid a very high amount. I don't need any more money. I got enough. With the workers making more money, they will spend that money any way they wish, as well as the farmers, who will also get training, as well as top-of-the-line equipment. With more citizens of Mauritania making more money, they will spend more money, which goes back in their pockets, including yours. In the long run, I want to sell the refineries to other companies or people in Mauritania who will know how to run it.
I appreciate this offer, Mr. Jimmy McLeod, but you cannot possibly expect this to keep going forever. Your money will dry up as well as everybody else.
Not true. The education system is flawed and is the root cause of the poverty in this country. It is the root cause of the corruption. Any person who is well educated in certain areas won't have to succumb to the bribes because they know how to make more money. The correct way, I'll have kids learning finance the right way. I will have them learn about farming, manufacturing, technology, computers, the internet, medicine, law, health, geopolitics, everything. We could turn the citizens of Mauritania into well-trained and well-educated people. A country without its people is no country at all. And a country with educated people will not only be a country, but a great one.
I can't help but feel you're insulting me. Are you accusing me of bringing down the country with my offerings to the politicians? And what is with this constitution? Are you trying to get rid of my slaves?
I don't care about any of that. You take advantage of the opportunities that are given to me, as do I. If you make your money from slaves and bribing politicians, so be it. I don't like it, but I blame the politicians, not you. You're just the one that took advantage of it, as am I, because I'm bribing the president right now, regardless of what I think of you or what you think of me. It doesn't matter. What matters to you is how heavy your pockets and piggy banks are going to be. You'll make more money doing business with me the right way than you will with the way you're doing it now. Because the problem is, Kahim, is that I know how you got into this position. You took it from another warlord, but you have kids. What's going to happen after you're gone? And now many other people who were like, you want to take his place? You do whatever you can for your kids, no matter the deed. If you start working with the me and the country, you can rebuild this country into something so prosperous that your son and his son and his son and so on will have more money than they could imagine without having to worry about their safety again. As far as the slaves go, they'll be free, and it won't make any difference in the amount of money you'll make.
Kahim remained sitting with his feet on his desk. His face was expressionless.
How can I trust you?
If I may, I know our people have had a lot of bad luck with the Westerners, but I trust Mr. Jimmy. He is a billionaire who was run out of his country. For standing up for the people, he could have traveled anywhere in the world, but he came here. He left his wife and kids to help us. I have only known him a short while, but he has done everything he could, and then some, to prove himself loyal to the country, even paying for the upgrades from his own pocket. Don't see me as a person who works for Mr. Jimmy, but see me as a fellow citizen of this nation who loves their country.
Build those refineries first. Get the people trained and the products ready. Then you'll have a deal.
Thank you, Kahim.
Thank you, Mr. Jimmy.
The two men shook hands. Dan was back in his office. He was trying to avoid Jason as much as possible. He didn't know exactly what to do next. Jimmy was not only a close friend, but the only person he knew that wasn't corrupted by the system. It gave Dan a sense of security. There was a knock at his door.
Come in.
Dan.
What do you need?
Nothing. I just want to see how you're doing.
I'm doing fine. Why would I be feeling different otherwise?
No, it's just that I care about your well-being, that's all.
Jay, what are you, my therapist? I'm fine. How I'm feeling right now has nothing to do with you.
Okay. It's just that you weren't at your office this morning. I just wanted to see if something was up.
Jason, look, if you want to be a part of my campaign, start by not worrying about what I do.
Okay, noted. I set up a meeting with Winlow in a few days, just for your information. Also, we were granted increased security today.
What for?
There's a mass protest today. It's about the report from that journalist from Bill Shea.
What's going on?
There's a mass protest today. I guess it's about the report about the Monkey King. Your security will arrive soon.
Dan quickly got on his computer. It was true. Protests flooded the streets outside the inner city. He faintly heard chanting from outside. He looked out his window and saw a gathering of protesters outside the building.
It's working. Not only is it working, most of these protesters have come organically. I didn't pay them or anything.
Good, because you owe some people a lot of money. Once the government finds out that money is missing from the Pentagon, they'll halt everything.
Those fuckers are incompetent. They have symptoms of people who have too much money and not enough accountability. They lose millions of dollars on the daily, and nobody thinks twice. We'll be fine.
Have you gotten in contact with the ground members?
No, not yet. I'm waiting for the right moment, but we don't need them right now. What we need now is to get our media people to report this and report it a lot.
They're onto it, don't worry.
Now that Megan's report is relevant again, we're finally back on track.
There are some problems, though, Nick. My contacts in the Monkey King headquarters have spoken to me, and there is a lot of tension there because of Megan's report. They're losing trust.
Good, they should be.
No, it's bad. We can't have them implode. They are the ground soldiers. We need them for our symbolic victories. Our jobs are to hide in the shadows, while their jobs is to stand out and make a statement. They can't do that if they turn on each other.
How can they be turning on each other? Meg's report had the FBI photos of all the undercover agents. They should have seen it.
I guess they didn't. Someone in the group must have edited it out somehow.
Now that we're bringing up problems, I feel like it's time to bring up another one.
I'm all ears.
Alex Nielsen? What the hell's that about?
I don't know, I didn't sanction the hit on Ziegler.
So what the fuck? These guys are just gonna ride solo like a bunch of cowboys?
We don't even know if it was us yet.
It was us. Let's stop fucking around here. I know we recruited that kid. I know he was a target. All the rhetoric of him being a victim was from us. But I didn't know he was going to be used as the scapegoat. His assassination attempt took the wind right out of Megan's sails. Whoever told that kid to shoot Ziegler is a Fed. He knew the report was coming because Meg was there. So they planned the hit right around the same time as the report was released.
Stop speculating, Nick. We don't know why they did it. I mean, look, nobody has taken Ziegler's place since the assassination, meaning that the politicians are scared, which means that they believed it was us.
Jesus, we're all just caught in the middle of this storm of shit and everyone is getting dirty.
I don't know what that metaphor is supposed to mean, but sure, it's getting ugly.
I still can't believe he's gone.
Did you ever see him do drugs before? Or notice anything that would indicate that?
No, if I'd known, I would have made sure he wouldn't do any of that.
Ava, can I ask you a question?
Alex just asked me the question.
Do you trust Josh?
What, you don't?
After I killed Ziegler, I was making my escape, and I saw all the stores on the street were boarded up. I ran into a store owner, and he told me that a policeman told him that something was going to happen. This was during some sort of parade or something, but a time where there are crowds of people in the street, the best time for business.
So you think the police knew about it?
Not just the police, but the government. Right after the event, there was military vehicles everywhere immediately. They were arresting people on the street that matched my description. The invasion of the inner city happened that morning, and none were there once we snuck back in. They knew about the assassination, and they let it happen.
Have you told Josh this?
I haven't told anyone this.
That confirms then that there are agents in the group. But Alex, what are you going to do with this information? It confirms what we know. What we should focus now is how to keep our cause alive.
The cause is in jeopardy if there are traitors in the group. We should focus on the group right now rather than the cause.
Alex, do you know why I joined this group? I was an only child. My dad wasn't around, and I was raised by my mom. I didn't have a sibling, and she didn't have a partner. There was a sort of bond that we had.
I guess being mother and daughter will do that to you.
No, I mean, we had a bond stronger than others. I know it sounds odd to say because I didn't know everyone else's relationship, but the fact that we were alone in our own way brought us closer. She worked day and night, all the time, just to provide. I couldn't wait to be old enough to work. I must have been the only kid in the world who couldn't wait to get a job. All I wanted to do was help my mom. We just wanted to help each other. But then my mom got sick. I don't know what it was, but she had to go to the hospital. She was dying. They didn't want to give her a loan because they were worried she would die before she could pay it back. So she was given an option. Take out the loan in my name and put me in debt for the rest of my life, or die. I told her that I would suffer the worst consequences just to keep her alive. But she knew what was best for me. She always did. She died for a greater purpose, Alex. She died so I can live freely.
But you're here. This isn't the most free place in the world.
I chose to be here. I am not in debt to the Monkey King. They didn't force me here. I chose to be here because, like my mother, I believe in something greater. And you are a part of that something, Alex.
Nick, I need you in my office.
What do you need?
Where have you been?
What do you mean?
Don't play dumb. You've barely been here since Megan's death. Look, I know you and her were close. I know that. But we still have a job to do. You still have a job to do. Now, I don't know if you've been looking for a story, but I have seen no report from you. We need you to.
Bill stopped all talking. He was looking outside his office. Nick turned around towards the same direction Bill was staring towards. Two men in suits were standing outside his office.
We'll talk another time. That is all.
Nick left Bill's office as the two men entered. They closed the door behind them.
What's going on?
We have a problem, Bill.
Okay, what?
There has been protests around the city about Meg's Monkey King report.
So?
The protests are gaining too much attention. More and more people across the country are now remembering it. We need you to discredit it.
How am I supposed to do that? I just released the news for you guys.
Yeah, except you somehow let one of your employees release the report that almost sinked us, that could still sink us. We need you to discredit Megan.
Discredit how?
Tell everybody that she was schizo, crazy, had mental issues.
Her fellow employees here knew her well. She wasn't any of those things.
They're not the ones who need persuading.
Even if I am able to discredit Meg, the report is still legitimate. The people, they want legal action taken against the government. They have a plausible case. You could be in serious trouble.
That brings us to your next objective. You're going to write a new story about your former employee. You're going to do a segment stating that she was actually a Monkey King member this whole time. That is why she knew where their headquarters were. That is why she was able to conduct an interview without being kidnapped or tortured or whatever. We'll get some people to come out and say that she tried to recruit them into the Monkey King.
I don't feel good about this. I didn't sign up to smear one of my own employees.
You smear people all the time, Bill. That's how you got big in the first place. Ruining people's reputation and assassinating characters is the backbone of your industry. What's the difference between what you normally do and this? We give you the objective. You follow through on it.
Did you kill Megan?
Bill, the answer to that question won't change a thing. If I say no, then you'll trust me more. If I say yes, then you'll fear me more. Either way, you'll do your job. Get that report out soon.
Jimmy and Miriam were on their way back to the city of Nouakchott.
I have to give you credit, Mr. Jimmy. I did not think you were going to succeed.
I've only succeeded in the meeting. I've been so focused on getting access to those mines that I forgot about the rest. How the hell are we going to train all those civilians in time?
You're telling me that you lied about having everything ready.
Well, what was I supposed to do? If invested a bunch of money into the training and refineries and equipment, and it turned out I couldn't access to the mines, well, then it wouldn't have worked.
I don't know too much about business or economics, Mr. Jimmy, but I do know this land. What you just did was harder than most things in this life. You went into the lion's den, and not only got out alive, but got out with a piece of its dinner. Maybe you don't realize that, but just know that whatever challenge we face next, it won't be as difficult than that.
Okay, I'll get started tonight as soon as we get back.
I want to let you know, our country is making more progress in these past few days than it has ever have, Mr. Jimmy. We are on the right path.
That's it. Remember, you want to hold the gun with two hands. I know you see some fools on the street blasting their irons with one hand and it look cool and shit, but the proper way is with two hands. Besides, you youngins ain't strong enough to do that one hand. Bullshit. You watch the NFL? You like Justin Jefferson? I guarantee he learned to catch with two hands before he started to catch with one, you feel me?
Jamar, boss want to see you.
Alright, I gotta go.
Jamar entered the office. Jameer looked angry. He just sat in his chair staring at Jamar as if he was the reason for all the pain and suffering in his world.
What's going on?
Where is Deshaun?
I don't know, he was supposed to be at the corner.
He ain't at the corner.
I don't know, maybe his mom's place?
You watch news at all?
Why would I watch the news?
Answer the question, nigga. We in no mood for your bullshit.
No, I don't watch the news.
You remember that white boy who used to hang around Deshaun?
Yeah, what about him?
He alive. TV said he the one that killed that politician. Deshaun told me he iced the fool and dragged the body in the south side.
Look, Jam, I didn't know D lied about that. I heard the same story you did. I ain't even like the white kid. I was suspicious of him the whole time. If you ordered me to take his ass out, it would have been done yesterday.
Yeah?
Damn straight. You know I got that dog in me. I don't give a fuck, Jam. You know how I be?
Good. Because I got a new assignment for you. You gon' ice Deshaun. If you the man you say you are, I expect that to be no problem.
I got no problem with that.
We can't find him, but you his nigga. You been close niggas for a while or so, I heard. Lure him out and take care of this shit.